So with that being said, man, you cannot consider yourself a man. You there's no way that you can fully blossom as a man. I mean, fully flourish until you conquer your lust. You'll just remain a mere boy, a mere man child until then. And we was all misguided when we was growing up, being made to think that the more girls you got, the more cooler you were. The more sex you was having, the more cooler you were. Anytime you had sex with a girl, you would always, I would always, you know, go run and tell a friend, like, hey, oh girl, yeah, I did that. Like a badge of honor, like that was something to be proud of. I remember growing up, it was lame for you to be a virgin. But now, it's the coolest thing. It's the coolest thing that you could possibly be. Like, what do you want to be when you grow up? A virgin? And it just made me think, man, if I was on retention when I was younger, if I was aware of retention, and if I was retaining when I was younger, I would have been a whole different person. I would have been a whole different kid. My childhood would have been completely different. You feel me? I would have been more bolder. I would have been more of a leader. You feel me? I definitely wouldn't have ended up getting into all the trouble that I ended up getting into. You feel me? Trying to impress my peer group. You feel me? That got me on probation. You feel me? Got me in trouble with the law, with the man-made law. I would have been in school, I would have been the kid in class to, I always had my hand raised, and, you know, I would have been more outspoken. You feel me? I definitely wouldn't have been afraid to stand up in front of the class and talk and present projects and stuff like that. Hell, instead of being afraid to talk to girls, I wouldn't have been afraid to just simply just not talk to girls. All the girls would have flocked to me, but I still wouldn't have wanted to even deal with any of them because, you know, I would have been cherishing my life force. I wouldn't have been afraid to talk to them, but I just wouldn't have talked to them. You feel me? With that being said, I probably would still talk to girls and, fornicated with girls, but I definitely wouldn't have been watching porn and masturbating. With that being said, seed retention is one of the main reasons I'm a year sober from meth. Because while I was fucking up my nervous system with meth, I was counteracting the damage through retention.